Welcome to the Elitist Empire, the place where we break down the craziest creator drama on the internet. And today's story might actually be the worst PR disaster a Twitch streamer has ever created for himself. A 30-year-old streamer, a viral demon time stream, an ex-girlfriend going live with abuse allegations, and now, a full-on defamation lawsuit against her is smuggled, OTK and multiple other parties. This is not just drama, this is someone trying to save their entire career in court. Let's talk about Mizkif versus Emiru, and how one live stream turned into the lawsuit of his life. Roll it! So first, let's set the stage. This Twitch streamer, Mizkif, real name Matthew Renato, has been a big name on the platform for years. Co-founder of OTK, huge sub numbers, daily clips all over Twitter. But recently, instead of going viral for funny moments, he's been going viral for something a lot darker. Because after his ex-girlfriend Emiru went live with some very serious allegations. Mizkif's first big move wasn't a carefully prepared statement, wasn't a lawyer-approved apology. It was him hitting go live and basically saying, "It's demon time. I'm going to expose everyone. Let's watch the world burn." Yeah, that's not PR. That's a supervillain monologue. And now, after that stream and a ton of internet backlash, we're at Plan B, a defamation lawsuit. But to understand why this lawsuit even exists, we have to rewind to the stream that started it all. **** on October 25th. Emir went live and told her chat that this wasn't going to be a normal stream. No gameplay, no cosplay, no usual content. Just something she said she had already cleared with her lawyer and felt forced to share because, in her words, she believed other people could be in danger if she stayed silent. She alleged that during their relationship, Mizkif had been psychologically and domestically abusive, had stalked and harassed her, and had even threatened her with blackmail. She also said some of these issues were still ongoing. For months, she says, she tried to keep this private. She tried to move on quietly, separate herself, not talk about him, not make it a public war. But according to her, the moment she heard that something similar might have happened to another girl, she felt obligated to speak up. And remember, this isn't just some random person. This is someone who lived with him, worked with him, streamed with him, and dated him. So when she talks, people listen. According to Emiru, the story really begins back in 2021. She says Mizkif invited her to move into his house to help her escape long-term stalker issues in Kansas. On paper, that sounds like a win. Security, roommates, fellow creators, a safer environment. They worked together. She joined OTK, and by early 2022, they were officially in a relationship. But she claims things slowly shifted. She describes Miz as becoming controlling, commenting on what she wore, who she spent time with, and even when she was allowed to. Stream says this wasn't a flip overnight. It was a slow slide from supportive boyfriend to someone trying to manage every part of her life. And if you've followed Twitch drama before, this might sound familiar because we've already seen accusations in the past about Miz allegedly downplaying a different situation involving Crazy Slick and Adriana Lee. Those accusations were investigated, and a law firm said they didn't find direct evidence. He tried to cover it up, but the reputation damage from that era never really left, according to Emiru. That period was also when his behavior around her got worse. One of the key patterns she describes is about streaming itself. She claims that after his earlier controversies, his numbers started slipping, and that's when he became obsessed with viewership. She says he didn't want her going live at the same time as him because they shared a lot of the same audience, and he didn't want viewers choosing her stream over his. So she adjusted her whole schedule. Only certain days, certain time slots built around him. And then came the Rust event in 2024, one of the big moments in her story. They were both live. Things seemed to be going fine on her end, until chat started spamming that unofficial Miz raid, and she noticed his viewers pouring into her stream. When she checked Discord, She says she saw messages of him rage texting her because she had more viewers than him. She claims he was threatening self-harm in messages, storming around off-stream, and even slamming doors loud enough that her noise gate picked it up while she was trying to keep streaming like nothing was wrong. And the internet, being the internet, dug up old clips that match this timeline, which is why so many people felt her version of events didn't come out of nowhere and then just left. Again, these are serious allegations that he denies, but they form a huge part of why she says she is now seeking restraining orders in multiple states. Emiru also claims that behind the scenes, Mizkif was planning a smear campaign in case she ever spoke out about him. She says multiple mutual friends told her he was preparing to accuse her of being an animal abuser, specifically claiming she neglected her rabbits and caused them to die. And when he finally responded on stream, that's exactly what happened. In his response, he spent a big chunk of time showing footage of her rabbit's enclosure, talking about mites, dirty cages, and painting her as a negligent pet owner. He also admits on stream that his plan was basically, if she ever says something about him publicly, then he would say something back and use that information, which a lot of viewers felt actually supported her story about blackmail and threats, even if he didn't use that word. On top of that, she says he kept trying to contact her after the breakup dozens of times this year alone. Some of those DMs, according to her and others, looked like they were written by ChatGPT or another AI, which is just wild on a human level. Like, imagine being accused of serious abuse, but your heartfelt "I'm sorry" paragraphs are literally AI-generated. So here's the real question. Do you think this lawsuit is a genuine attempt to clear his name, or just one last power play from a streamer who lost control of the narrative and maybe his own behavior? Should orgs like OTK be allowed to instantly cut ties with founders when allegations drop? And in relationships like this, where everything is public, who do you think the internet tends to protect more, the bigger creator or the person speaking up? Let me know what you think in the comments. I'm reading everything. If you're new to the elitist empire, this is what we do here. We break down the biggest stories on Twitch, YouTube, and the creator world. No sugarcoating, no PR talk, just reality. So if you want more deep dive breakdowns like this one, hit that like button, subscribe to join the empire, and turn on notifications so you don't miss what happens next in this story. Because trust me, this is far from over. Asterisk.